Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode number 41. So let's begin by going over our mail. Just one. Omega. Things are settling down on Omega. Looks like the Talons are the new security force on the station. Their leader said something about honoring Candace's memory. I'd say they were being cute, except they're not shy about backing up the sentiment with firepower. Be careful out there. I know there's at least one Batarian here that doesn't want you dead. Bray. Well, that was, okay. It's good to know I have at least one Batarian friend out in the galaxy, because for the longest time, it didn't seem like it. That's Ari's assistant, so that's pretty cool. So I did notice as I was watching like some of the other episodes, every once in a while on my mic you can hear, I guess it's me breathing on it, it makes like a little weird like sound. And I guess if you're still watching at this point, you've learned to tone it out. I played around with the mic as much as I could. No matter where I put it, what angle it is, it just keeps happening. It's not super common, but yeah, hopefully it's not too annoying. If it is, I'm really sorry, but I tried to fix it, and like I said, just nothing I did actually had any effect on it. So I guess it's just the mic itself. Um, Maybe I'll look into getting a new one down the road. Anyway, for now we have more important things to do. We're going to head to the Citadel, and once we get there, I was doing a little bit of exploring if you're wondering why we're in a different system. First we're going to go to the Citadel and turn in the stuff we have. But after that, we'll go to whoever's lab and begin the, what's it called? The Leviathan DLC. So there's the Citadel. And Alliance docks. They recommend waiting.
Dock, Normandy. Do you need ground
Thank you.
transport?
They recommend waiting until after Horizon to do the final DLC, so that's what we're going to do. I don't know where we're turning that in the commons, maybe? Let's go to the commons.
I need a cab to the Presidium.
It'll be there momentarily.
How about an Uber? Is Uber still around here? Alright. So what do we have to turn in? The ciphers, do we have those? I don't know if we do or not. I think they said that comes from a Cerberus mission, right? So I don't know if we have that or not. The Calliasaur fossil is here in the commons. I think it was in the apartments, wasn't it? Trying to recall. Any new stuff at the store?
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Not sure how often they get updated.
At Kanala Exports, thank you for shopping. We believe Kanala Exports is a strong. Welcome to Elcos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
I wonder if any of the other weapons have those
Please visit any of our
weight
Elcos
reductions,
Combine affiliate branches for any and
like
all
the
needs.
repeater. What do you call them? Submachine guns do. I would definitely like one for a pistol or something, but I'm not sure if they actually exist because I haven't seen any yet. There were no words there. Here we go.
Actually, I found a Cagliasaur skull preserved in amber. Maybe you could clone it, or...
Uh-oh.
You're kidding?
Jurassic Park.
You're kidding. Seriously? Well, if the genetic material is intact, we could... We've got cloning facilities on Surkesh.
Uh-oh.
Cagliasaur genes were remarkably pliable. Cloning might be effective.
Good luck with that. But remember, what can go wrong will go wrong. What else do we have to turn in? Proto Horizon. Prothean Sphere. He's in the refugee camp. And then we'll see about the ciphers. Actually, let me look that up now just to see if we've done it or not. Hold on one quick second. Shouldn't take long. You get them from Ontron, which... Oh, okay. So, if you miss them in that mission, which I think we did, you have to get them at the Spectre Requisition Terminal. So let's make a quick stop by the Spec Rec office, as I'm going to call it from now on. Yeah, it's like we had, back in college, we had a convenience store, but everybody called it the Incon, because it was very inconveniently located. It was far away from the dormitories and the diner. It wasn't near anything
My wife has just
most
come home
students go
daddy
to.
duty, and I'm about to get shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
Wonder if we should stop by and say hello to Bailey. Maybe on the way out.
Spectre status recognized.
And now, an ANN editorial comment. We've heard nonstop.
Traffic authorization.
But let's not forget.
Requested transfer to a unit actively engaged against the Reapers. He's an exceptional engineer and is recommended. Sure. Use all the help we can get. There's the codes. Yep, we did miss them, but glad another Spectre found them apparently.
What were the Reapers doing during all those years in dark space? They were hiding, waiting until the right moment, and anything that hides knows what fear is. They fear us. Because
There you
if
go.
we get the upper hand, there won't be any more Reapers.
Well said.
Begin for battle space. Good night. And
Anything that hides knows fear. Glad the Alliance News Network is on our side. It should be though. They are the Alliance News Network. It's like the propaganda arm of our military. Alright, so let's head back. Where do we turn those in? We turn them in. He's a Turian and he's here in the embassy. So let's look for him. Maybe he was over here.
Refugee camps in the Citadel are straining existing resources, and the Council reports that food
One of you guys maybe? No? It's quite a crowd out here.
As Reaper forces appear close to capturing Thessia, Asari refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
Sorry, refugees. Nobody's immune.
Now taken the Maroon Sea cluster in the Attican Traverse.
Well, I like the Maroon Sea Cluster. I actually can't picture any of it, but I know I've been there. Where is that Turian? Said he is in. Over here, Turian Officer Delic in the Citadel embassies. He stands in front of the He stands in front of a terminal at the end of the corridor past the Earth Counselor office. Is this him? I guess that's him. Maybe I have to leave and come back? Or is this him? No. I bought the codes. Alright. Well, let's head down to the refugee place. Actually, no, that'd be counterproductive. Well, no, we have to go to Normandy either way. So, alright. Let's go to the refugee area.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
And we'll turn in the one thing. And then we'll go back up there and try turning that thing again. Hopefully we'll succeed.
Emergency civilian housing.
And then we'll head back to the Normandy, I guess. Alright, he is... It's not him, right?
Welcome to Batarian State
Oh,
Arms.
they have a lot of stuff now. Pistol, heavy barrel, increases damage but also
Batarian
increases
State
weapon
Arms,
weight.
defending the hegemony.
Greaves,
Stand strong for your
gauntlets.
people with Batarian State Arms.
Assault rifle damage, I
Please
don't
observe all
think we have
cast
that one yet.
restrictions when making a purchase.
If we did, it wouldn't be showing. Piercing?
Stand strong for your people with Batarian State Arms.
Alright. Increases rounds per magazine.
Batarian State Arms, defending
By
the
70%.
hegemony.
That is kind of a lot. Let's buy it. Not sure if we use it or not, but while we're here.
A credit to the hegemony.
Hey, Zaid.
Who were those people you were with?
Bunch of mercs from Omega. Signed on with them when I heard they were making a hit on Cerberus. Should have studied the job longer.
Guess so. Alright. Where's this refugee we need to find?
Cluster in the Attican Traverse, the Nubian Expanse, and Armstrong Nebula have also fallen to Reaper forces.
That's sane. Oh, where is this guy? Prothean Sphere. The man at the Citadel refugee camp. Still playing poker. There he is.
I found a Prothean sphere on Gehinnom. Contact the Alliance and tell them Commander Shepard asked them to pay you for it.
Yes, thank you. I'll call them right now.
Yay. Alright, one more stop and then we can begin the DLC. 1 second. Alright. Making sure I remember to start the recording. Otherwise I'd be talking to myself. Which I kind of am anyway, I guess, but I'm talking to people in the future as well, I'd like to think. Alright.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination.
Let's try this one more
One
time.
moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Look, I filled out all the forms you requested and jumped through every hoop.
I guess other people had trouble finding this guy too, because on the wiki it had his exact location. That's gotta be him down there. There he is.
Your intel, right? I found these encryption codes on a Cerberus engineer. I thought they might be helpful.
Cerberus ciphers. That's exactly what we've been looking for.
Happy to help. So yeah, if you do get it from the little column there, make sure to leave and come back to refresh the trigger. Alright, so that's all we need to do on the Citadel proper. Let me bring up the map. I want to see if there's anyone we need to talk to. Edie and Joker are still at the bar, but they probably don't have anything new to say. It says Barlavon's at the bank, but I don't really believe it. And Leora, I know she's there. Alright. Nothing that looks super fascinating.
Status recognized.
So back to the
One moment,
Normandy. Well, after a bit of a jog, I guess.
Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
And then after that, we will visit the guy's
I've
lab
got your
and
briefing, Private. Let's fill
find
you
out
in
what this is
before the
about.
squad arrives. The Alliance is posting us to an Ezo mining facility on Zani. It's a low-gravity planet. Toxic atmosphere.
I think we've already heard that conversation. Not entirely sure. Alright, so let's land again. Except this time, we will dock at Dr. Bryson's lab. Hopefully this DLC is as fun as the last one. I think you get unique squad members in this one too, actually. Which is okay. It even said like 8 of them, so
I want you to
we'll
match
see.
this against all known locations and update the map. Then contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley? Did you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
Interesting. That's a cool plot idea. Since they do say that many cultures had... I wonder where that came from, though. I guess maybe the Protheans, leached clues to us, and the Reapers left us alone because we were too primitive to worry about. But, it would make sense that they still bled into our culture a bit.
That's an interesting goal. But is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence.
Apparently.
Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge?
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we can just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
This is definitely a long shot, but, or seems like one. Obviously it's not if we're doing a bunch of missions for it. But, yeah, it's an interesting concept. And you gotta try every lead. I'll certainly agree with that. This guy, though, seems a little like he might have been chasing Bigfoot in his youth.
Could have used your help 3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough's near. Hadley, do you have the data?
That's a...
No!
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
Is he indoctrinated? Hopefully the doctor's okay.
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
There's your uniform.
But I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What? What's happening?
You tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Bryson. There was a loud noise.
That was you shooting him.
Guess he didn't make it.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You have to believe that.
I do, but kind of goes with what I was saying last episode. We still have to like lock him away because he's a danger to society if it happens again.
So someone else pulled that trigger?
But I would never do that.
Commander.
But you did do
this
it.
does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Indoctrination? Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Watch out.
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it. Get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place?
Is that the same one we found?
Exactly. That's the real Leviathan. It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
Hope that's the same one we found.
There
That'd
is
be a
also
cool
a follow-up
backstory.
message from a few weeks later.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator, and it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Makes sense. Huh. So I wonder if maybe some ancient civilization bred this thing to kill the Reapers? Maybe that was their way of fighting it? It seemed to do something, because I assume it's the creature responsible for the Reaper corpse from the second game that where we met Legion. Even if that's not the one he's referencing, which I hope it is, then it's quite possible it killed more than one. It does sound dangerous. Also sounds useful.
I see Bryson's point. Anything capable of bringing a Reaper down is worth finding.
Despite the potential dangers it could pose, I would agree.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Bryson's assistant did say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
Alright, find the audio log. This is probably it.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Bryson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
When he said
Garneau appears
Leviathan,
to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
I'm pretty sure at the same time it said Leviathan was when the sphere, like, glowed a little bit. It reminds me of the sphere we found in the, was it the second game? I think it was near the beginning of the second game. That was in our, yeah, it was in the cabin, so that definitely was it. So did we have a cabin in the first game? We did, but I think it was a very tiny one. But yeah, it's in the second game, and we never went anywhere with it. I doubt this is it, but it does seem to be a similar Prothean sphere. And I think there was a mention of a Prothean sphere a couple episodes ago, so I remember thinking about it. But anyway,
Let's focus on what he does say then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
console galaxy map. So far, this is a pretty easy piece of content. Oh.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No, but we may be able to narrow down his location.
Thought it was a mini game.
Clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Maybe it. Oh no, it's not. Search the lab for clues. That thing's freaky. It turns to look at you. A reanimated husk head? Oh, the Citadel. That seems dangerous. Well, that was fun. Another one of these walls.
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Oh, I actually managed to target something back there.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results in the Galaxy Map program.
Blackout crimes?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So this is kind of like the star map in KOTOR a little bit. Need more data.
Sir, this is Bryson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Bryson. If it falls into the wrong hands...
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart? What the hell does that mean?
In his body? And who was he talking to? Where's his body? They probably took it away, didn't they? It's a cool lamp or whatever it is. Oh, it's plastic. I'm like, what is that thing? I don't know what we do with his body.
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
Maybe the heart is metaphorical, something you cared about a lot? A sovereign fragment, that's cool. Makes sense there would be a lot of these understudy.
Sovereign. Vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Rub it in a little. I like that.
March 7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong. And Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, Edie?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search.
That's interesting. We thought that the Reapers were behind the Rachni Wars, but... Or at least Sovereign himself was, because he'd be the only one awake at that time, most likely. But I suppose it's also equally possible that it wasn't him, and that it could have been a tragic misunderstanding.
By Anne Bryson.
Age
9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart.
Right.
What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis, but I detect no trace of the decryption key in this art.
By Anne Bryson.
I already did that.
Age 9.
Records indicate Anne
What's
is now
this?
28.
Oh, an upgrade.
She works for the Alliance.
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
I imagine we'll have to meet his daughter later on. She might be one of our squad mates. Temporarily.
Meteorite sample. With traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need EZO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
The photographs have a trace chemical residue. It may be visible under another light source.
Oh wow. Reminds me of Lost, the blacklight map on the wall. The Pearl Station.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding the search filter now.
This is pretty cool. Commander Shepard, detective extraordinaire. I guess in space they have sightings of strange creatures too.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster is more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
That is cool. Those are those. When I said Leviathan, were these things called Leviathans maybe? I don't know. I know Leviathan comes from the Bible. It was like a sea creature there. Alright, is that enough data? Or what's over here? Some trash. Upgrade. See anything, Edie? It's a nice little lab he's got here, though. Could use a bit of gardening, maybe, but I kind of like the look. Oh, there's an upstairs. This place is actually pretty big. Ah, it's his quarters. A picture of her, maybe?
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there, unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
There's a picture of him and his daughter, but no cipher behind it, unfortunately. Oh, another picture.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Wait a minute. Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
Alright, let's get back to the data pad we found earlier.
Aha. Very clever. Where was it? Here we go.
Decryption complete. Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Adding it now.
So they're searching for that thread. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, I like this idea that the Reapers are scared of this thing and they want to eliminate it to make their invasion easier. But if we can find it and help it, everything we can use to fight the Reapers is going to help the war effort. An enemy of our enemy.
Reaper activity?
No
Bit of overlap.
results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Oh, some maybe the blackout crimes.
Element 0 deposits.
I like the color coding. So it is like a puzzle.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Right, I think it's going to be the blue one. Let's try the creature sightings.
Alien sightings.
Are there 5 or 4? Probably 5.
No results.
Do we have them?
Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Yep, I got it. We only have 4. I don't know if there's more around or not. Alright, so it looks like... I don't know. There is a bit of overlap, but nothing significant. I would think there'd be 3 of them together at some point. What are those? Are those hexagons? I guess those are just systems. Those 2 are pink. There's an orange and a pink and an orange and a pink. So it's probably orange, pink, and one other. Let's look around the office one more time. See if there's... Oh, what's this?
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Bryson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Doing so now.
Maybe the Protheans. There's the... Oh, we're still missing a 6th one, though. I'm going to turn them all on for now.
Prothean artifacts.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So we need one more to put there. It looks like... Those 3 are close, but of course close to this scale is actually like light years apart. Nothing even overlaps, really. Are we looking for a pattern of movement, or are we just looking for an area of the galaxy? There's gotta be one more cipher. One more parameter, rather. Let's do a quick save. What are we missing? The Thorian provides fascinating insight into the life cycle of a truly alien species. Unlike conventionally intelligent life, it does not use mass relays. Protein artifacts would not interest it. It's like there's only one, but I mean, life can't evolve to just have one thing. Unless maybe it's created of composite organisms. I guess it's a plant, it could be. But, anyway. Reaper enemies cultivated life to evolve along lines they could predict, using technology the Reapers controlled. The Thorian is an exception to that rule. It evolved to use organic tools rather than conventional technology. And it did last for a long time, so it's quite possible the Thorian was a novelty and was not influenced by the Reapers, which is why it's so different. Leviathan must be somehow similar to have survived undetected for so long. The Thorian used pain conditioning to control its victims, using them as manual labor, as a man would use his own hands and fingers. Commander Shepard claims the Reapers do the same thing through indoctrination. Whatever Leviathan is, it must do something similar. Is that a parameter or no? Guess not. Here's something.
Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of
There we
sightings?
go.
Of course.
I guess you can do it automatically. Maybe, no, maybe not. Okay, there's a... I see. That's just the quest. Alright, let's add the Rachni.
Rachni activity.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Apparently. Interesting. There's not as much overlap as I would think. Are we looking for a pattern here? I wish the outer blue circles were the same color as the inner ones. It'd make this a lot easier to find a visual pattern. Alright, so... What's the orange one? Element 0. Some of those are out on their own, which makes it seem unlikely that it would be one of the right criteria. But, just from a logic standpoint, it seems like it wouldn't need EZO to travel. This is a really awesome quest. I like it. It might take me a minute though, because I'm not seeing any pattern yet. I feel like I'm on CSI or Flash Forward or something. Or Fringe. Alright, so let's see. The purple are kind of scattered, and that's what? Reaper activities? Alright, let me just, let's do it by logic and see which of these seem the most likely. The Protheans probably don't have anything to do with this guy, so let's turn that one off. The Reapers, it makes sense they'd be chasing it. The Ezo, it makes sense they would need it. The Rachni, we don't know. The Blackout Crimes, that could be, because it seemed like the Leviathan was controlling that guy. And the creature sightings would also kind of make sense. Let's turn that one off, though, because that's kind of iffy. And let's turn off the Rachni, because we're not sure about those. I could guess and test this, but... Alright, let's turn this back on again.
Rachni activity.
I could listen to the animation.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Alien sightings.
No results, I know. Oh, what was that one?
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
That directly overlapped. Creature oversights and the purple one, which is the Reapers. Interesting, okay. So it's got to be then creature sightings and Reapers are both in that lower system. Right, because if I take it away, let me watch that again. Yeah. Let me take away the Reapers and see if there's anything else there. No. So I think we found our system.
Reaper activity?
Let's just make sure. It's that one there in the
No
lower
results.
right.
Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
So we need... Turn off that guy. There's only two, right? Or are we missing one still? Take a, what do we have? So it's not the Rachni. Oh.
Based on the search results, Garno is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
That's, oh, I really like that. That's so cool. You can narrow the search using this, or you can manually search every single system. I wonder if because I took too long, it felt pity on me and just decided to do it. Alright, so it's got to be that bottom one. So let's narrow the search. If we turn off this one, what does it say? Basically, all these hexagons are his initial findings.
Reaper activity?
So those 5 align between Reapers
5 possible
and that.
systems.
I see, okay. So I guess this is, she kind of figured out this is one of the good ones. And let's do the creature sightings.
Alien sightings.
1, 2, 3.
3 possibilities.
So then one of these has to also go with it. Probably the Ezo. Let's try it.
Element 0 deposits.
Maybe that's not our system. Did that overlap up there? That one did.
We have a match.
Yes!
Marking the galaxy map.
Good. Let's go find Garneau.
Oh, I love that. Conspiracy theorist achievement. Oh, that's cool. Well done, BioWare. That's a really cool quest design. Really innovative, like, just well done. It was fun, it was fascinating, and I feel like I actually accomplished something. I feel like an actual alien detective. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. I'm going to end this episode here though, and when we come back, we will head to the system and see if we can find the Leviathan. The hunt is on.